Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 4 seed in this playoff, the Western Michigan Broncos, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll try the option play here. Pitch to the back. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Chris, what a way to start this game. All this hype and build up in the playoff game. Offensive line says, hey, put it on our back. We'll be able to get things going. If you can keep running the football like this, man, does it open up the entire playbook.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback still with the football. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
You know, it's not always the flashy play. It's not always you have to throw for a big touchdown or make a huge run as a quarterback. Sometimes it's just being efficient. Take what the defense gives you, move the sticks, keep the drive alive. That's the energy, that's the momentum you really want to play with as a quarterback.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Offense getting set. Second down play here. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. And the quarterback dropping back. Throws it to the right. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now. So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down.
Chris, I'll be honest, man, I thought on fourth down and 1, they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides, but they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well, especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy's off to a great start in this big playoff game.
Wideouts now clustered. Now they'll run it on the toss. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a first down.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out in the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense of slowing them down.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a first and goal now.
That's how you keep the opening drive alive right there. Good, hard, tough running to be able to pick up that first down on the third down conversion.
Fresh set of downs. First and goal. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get it to the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
Looking to pass here on second down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll run it to the right side. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warwick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
That's solid run. Good for first down yardage. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Good enough for first down yardage.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Gives it to the back. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
The Seminoles begin a new series here, 1st and 10. It's an option look. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Change of pace, now looking to throw the football. Snags the quick throw. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
That's tough for this defense. You give up the catch, but you also let the receiver break a tackle and get some yards afterward.
And the Seminoles looking to cash in this red zone trip. They'll try the ground game here with the running back.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Movement at the second level of the defense now. Running back with the football. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a first and goal for this offense.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Knowles.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
And he knocks through the PAT. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. And it's fielded. The returner trying to create a big play here. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Western Michigan offense back on the field now. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Receiver makes the grab. The ball is loose. Football comes out. And the defense jumps on the football. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway.
Well, that's why you do ball security drills almost every single day in practice. You just can't put the ball on the turf like that. But give credit to the defender for the hit, because that's what caused the fumble.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have first and goal right there.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And he scores. Touchdown, Florida State. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. The Broncos offense back on the field now. Last possession, they fumbled it away and it set up a touchdown drive. And they bounced back from that right away. Quick completion to the tight end.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
They finally make the tackle, but the big game moves the ball across midfield to the 47.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll hand it off. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Caught quickly. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Toss play to the outside. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The defense backed up against their own end zone. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Launching one to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Western Michigan. This college football playoff game is all tied up. It's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown on their last possession. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And he drops back in the gun. Defense is coming after him. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack.
A lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Looks left and finds his target there. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
He'll be forced out of bounds after a small pickup on that return. Here comes Western Michigan's offense out there. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here. We'll see if the defense can make, and they heave it deep downfield. The pass is intercepted.
Well, I feel like the quarterback just stared down his intended target, brought that safety who's sitting back in cover 2 right over to make that interception. I'm putting that one on the quarterback.
So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over it that time.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Heading left after the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive rolling.
Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there, and the defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain in the 1st down.
Aiming for the end zone. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a 1st down and goal.
That's exactly why you dial up the screen. The defense is over-committing to the pass rush and trying to apply pressure on the quarterback. Great execution, plenty of space available, and, man, he had a convoy downfield.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get us top and preserve that momentum. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Western Michigan offense back on the field now. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Gets rid of it on the move. Makes the ground, but doesn't get much. He's going to be ruled down short of the marker.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this post-game with halftime approaching. Here's a 1st and 10 play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Makes the grab. It's Perkins. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Time running down, just 1 play left here in the half. And looking to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. And that is no good. And after the miss, still down by 7. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And they'll kick it away now to get this third quarter underway. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
That run sets up a critical third down play. And the Noles are moving quickly down the field.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
The Noles lining up here on 1st and 10.